Welcome to Piggypower, and on this episode, how to change an air filter on a 1.6 HDi. First thing, remove the air pipes which go into feed the air filter and out with clean air. You have to open up with your fingers a little clip at the bottom right there, which releases the first piece of pipe. Your vehicle might be missing this, that's quite common to be gone. The next, you just twist anti-clockwise and the tabs turn and you can pull that pipe out. There's one. The next piece probably will just fall out, but a little bit of a pull and it should unclip. Next, we're going to remove the brake master reservoir. It may seem a bit excessive, but it gives you a lot of access and it's designed that way. So it's a T30 torx. It's a T30 male torx. You just undo the two screws, which are like sort of self-tappers into plastic. It allows you to just pull it out of the way and tuck it aside. It's good for the fuel filter, that too, for access. Or it never hurts to remove something. It takes a couple of seconds to give you better access for the rest of your job. Engine cover off, just give it a sharp, firm tug up, and that'll remove that nice and easy. The next section we're going to move is the pipe as pointed out there. There's a clip at the bottom, which you can just use a pair of pliers or a pair of vice grips, mole grips, or I've got these special little pliers which avoid you clamping the pliers in your fingers. Once that's done, you need to get a Jubilee driver, or it's a 7mm socket, like a 1/4 inch 7mm socket, and undo the clamp at the top. This will enable you to pull it off the MAF, that's the sensor at the top there, which goes after the air filter, and unclip from the cam covers. So that little white clip sometimes just falls off, which is why they leak. Next, unplug the MAF. You pull the little tab away from the plug and then pull towards you. Yes, they really are that badly made. They just kind of rattle around on mounts. But to get a bit more access again, we're going to take the MAF off. We also avoid you damaging it. It should be 3 bolts or 3 screws which have 10mm heads, but I had a variety. I had one missing and 2 of 2 different sizes. They should be 10mm heads. It'll just pop off, put that aside nice and safe somewhere, and then take the engine out. No, we don't need to do that. What we're going to do is get a 4mm Allen key or Allen head, whichever way you want to call it, 6-sided, and there's 1 bolt there, 1 bolt back in the darkness, or it's not a bolt, it's a kind of machine screw that goes into the plastic. You can unclip this, which is a fuel primer bulb. Gives you a little bit of access at times. Not really. It's right there, right in the middle of the screen is a second one. And then the third one is on the right hand side, just there. You need to undo these and remove them ideally so you don't drop them down the back of the engine bay. So that's what we're going to do now. It is handy to have these tools, but you can manage it without, just with a normal ratchet or with an Allen key. A little stubby Allen key would do also the job quite nicely. So that's one done. Text message. Next one to be done. This is a lifesaver, these tools. Cost about £150 the tool and a battery, but wow, is it a good thing. So that's the second one undone, and now I'm just going for the third one. Just do be careful. I've left that one in, but they easily fall out, and once they're down the back of the engine bay, you're never finding that thing again. Now they do sit on rubbers, these air filter housings, so they shouldn't really rattle about like that, but because of their terrible design, they do. Why they didn't just put the air filter at the front, like most people would think of doing, I don't know, but they did it like this. And the little mounts, as you can see, their little ball mount there, they just wear off eventually and the rubber just disappears. Now on the back, thankfully there's just slots, no screws, so all it does is just lift, pull towards you, and it comes out. And the same in reverse. Now you can't get the box out for some stupid design again, so you just pull the air filter out, remove, and we'll dispose of that responsibly. It's worth just sticking your hand into the airbox and pulling out any other rubbish that you might find in there, leaves, rat's nests, etc. Now you've done the hard work now, so all you need to do is put the thing together. It's as simple as that. That's why we've sped this part of the video up. This bit is probably the fiddliest bit, pushing the back of the top down and towards the back of the engine bay, at the same time as ensuring that the air filter isn't pinched at the back either, which will prevent it from closing properly. It's a bit fiddly, take your time. Once you've done that and got these 3 screws in, you are on to a winner. You've done all the hard work, you should already be very pleased with yourself. Do be careful at this point, obviously, not to drop anything into the airbox. That would be a bad thing and would ruin your day, if only for 10 minutes. Point out now, please subscribe and like this video if you do find it helpful. I have other videos coming out shortly after this one, which are also to do with the fuel filter and the oil filter changes on this vehicle and others. And I have lots of other videos about more fun stuff, making power, fitting turbos, building minis, motorbikes, etc. Appreciate your support by giving it a thumbs up, commenting, and sharing the channel with your friends. I'd share it with my friends, but I don't have any. And on that bombshell, we're going to put the last of the parts on, because fitment is the reversal of removal, and say goodnight. Yep, perfect. Piggy out.